hours are not easy, and it's not always easy to come in every day and be happy and, get through everything, whatever. But when somebody tells you that you help them get through something, obviously you're not happy with what they went through, but that's what gives you the motivation to keep going.
The After Party Podcast. Let's go. Line 19 is David, calling in from beautiful Destin, Florida. Wow. Some of my favorite sandy beaches in Destin, right? Gorgeous.
Yes.
Lovely.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Why are you on the phone with us when you could be on the beach with your toes in the sand? I don't get it.
Very, very soon. Crab Island is coming. White sand, blue water, 80 degrees.
Oh, God. Love it, David. Good for you.
Crab Island. Sounds like where Scotty lives.
Yeah.
No, Scotty is a Crab Island.
Yeah,
Scotty,
it's a large boat party, so yeah.
I'm in. Hey, interesting question you asked us on the text. Do you want to go ahead and ask it again in the room? Because I want to address this. I like this.
I've been listening to you guys for years upon years. I won't say how long because it'll age myself and probably age you, but. I hear people calling in and saying how much you've got them through something, or they see you and they were like, without you guys, I couldn't have got through this. It weighs, for me, I hear that and I'm like, man, how much does it weigh on them and on their shoulders that people are putting so much of their emotions into you guys? Like, how do you handle it and cope with it?
Well, I'll get started, but everyone has an opinion, I'm sure. I tell you, it is a great question. I love those calls from our listeners because, first of all, they're listening to us. Second of all, they're trusting us with very, very personal aspects of their lives. And they're looking to us for to give information or to console them. Or here's the thing. I think of our listeners as our friends. And if a friend comes to me and says, hey, you know what? I just want to say thank you. You really got me through all those days I was going to chemotherapy. You got me through losing a parent or a best friend, and I want to thank you for that. That makes us feel pretty cool. I don't know. Do you guys have an answer for David?
I feel like that's what keeps us going a lot of times because, these hours are not easy, and it's not always easy to come in every day and be happy and, get through everything, whatever. But when somebody tells you that you help them get through something, obviously you're not happy with what they went through, but that's what gives you the motivation to keep going, to know that you were there for somebody, that you helped somebody, that you were by their side for the entire time. It's like a very special relationship.
Absolutely. I think it also goes both ways. It's a two-way street because as much as our listeners have said we've helped them out, they've helped us out through a lot of stuff too.
Oh, yeah.
We have heavy stuff, we have dark stuff that happens, but being able to come in here and play around with each other and then get positive feedback that somebody else maybe enjoyed it and that helped them also helps us. So I think it's awesome. Not the sad things that happen to them, but being able to do this.
It's great. What we do is we do so many things. My favorite call, actually, David, is from someone who's saying, I'm on my way to a funeral. I have to bury my best friend. But you guys just now talking about people that have 7 nipples, that made me laugh. I'm like, okay. Exactly. Because we got to keep in mind, just because you're sad about something or you're afraid of something going on in your life doesn't mean you can't detour for a second and escape that. And I'm hoping that, 20 minutes or an hour, whatever time we have with a listener every morning, I hope we offer that. I hope so. But also keep in mind, it is, to Gandhi's point, it's really a two-way street because we love coming in here and cracking up with each other. We're having a great time. And just to be able to be a bunch of fools that rarely talk about anything all that important, it actually entertains people and makes them feel better. That's pretty good. I mean, we get paid to do it, too.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Without doubt.
And that's exactly what my wife said is what you guys are saying. But when I hear it from me, I get sad for you guys. And I'm like, God, so much pressure on you guys.
No,
but
not
it makes
at all.
Complete sense of what you all are saying.
I will tell you, though, during the pandemic, we had all these people calling in from emergency rooms who were dealing with death every day. And truckers out on the road trying to get supplies to the stores. And, they were going through these angst-filled moments. And they depended on us to be there for them. And there were a couple of days where it got really heavy in here, especially talking to people working in hospitals. But it made us understand what was going on in reality a lot better than if we hadn't met them.
Yeah.
And we shared that with you, with our listeners, and you got to see a glimpse into an emergency room. Yeah, what's up, Nate?
So when I was younger, I wanted to be a doctor. right? I wanted to help people the way I was helped when I was younger, and that obviously didn't happen. I fell into this line of work, and that's one of the things that I really get out of this job is the fact that we do help people, whether we realize it or not. There's so many times where somebody calls up and says that, I mean, there was even a time where somebody said we helped them to not commit suicide, right? So I don't know exactly what we do from the listener's perspective that makes us such an integral part of their day and the equivalent of being a doctor, but that's really what I get out of my job.
So I can tell your mindless conversation that is just wild and out there, like you just said, Elvis. The 7 nipples, I love it.
Yeah, well,
7 nipples, quite a conversation.
That? Have we come in and we go, all we do is tell fart jokes, and then somebody will call in and go, you were with me when I was with chemo, and your fart jokes got me through, and then you're like, this is why we do it.
I mean, David, how dare you call it mindless? I put my whole brain into these things. My entire existence.
She invests everything from her intellect into these. But you know what? It's just, David, if you have a friend who's having a lot of problems, sometimes you don't always have the answer for their problems. I know we don't. But just being there for your friend, you know how it is. And that's what we do. We're here every day, 5 days a week. And I think if we just show up, then we just show up. That's all we have to do. And I think that's it.
I do have one complaint. Every time you guys talk about food and eating, I've got to eat. I'm like, oh my gosh, always. And I was just in New York not long ago and ate at Joe's Pizza and ate at Carmine's. And my friends are there right now eating at Carmine's tonight. But my gosh, the food. I'm every time you talk about it, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm hungry. I've got to stop and get something.
Yeah.
It's so crazy because like on National Pancake Day, we'll be talking about pancakes, and then we find out everyone had pancakes that day because we're all talking about it.
We don't get a cut of that, though. I feel like we should get a cut or something.
IHOP owes us. They owe us. I love that question, David, and having this conversation with you is awesome. And thanks for being there for us. I appreciate it very much. That's great.
So thank you guys. I do love you guys. Like everybody says, you know, you're one of my friends that I listen to, and I have your mindless conversations, and I yell at people that can't get questions right.
Yes,
we do too. Thanks for understanding and being on our side on that. Thanks, David. It's here for David. Yay, David.
Hey.
Get on
Hello,
out there.
lady.
Hello, lady. Crab Island's waiting for you. Get out there. Thanks, David. Have a great day.